What is up, everyone? Here we are with a Patreon-sponsored deck from Ice. This is a Kane deck.
I'm going to heat things up.
Kane 222. So it's Rifle, Laser, Wheel, Bike, Catship, Banshee. I think the biggest weakness of this deck is going to be the Banshee is not very good. Like, this deck's... Well, the problem with this deck is against Nod, you're going to be weak because Phantom and Stank are going to be really good against you. Because they kill both your air units that are expensive. And you have no way to punish them. And then against GDI, you don't have a great answer to Pitbull. Because Bikes don't beat Pitbull. And Banshee doesn't really beat Pitbull. It beats it 1v1, but in terms of cost, it doesn't beat it. And Laser will never kill a Pitbull because they'll just run away. So you shouldn't really be killing Pitbulls with lasers very often unless your opponent lets you. So yeah, you're kind of weak to a very commonly played GDI unit. And you're weak to Phantom and Stealth Tank, which is in almost every Nod deck. So I kind of feel like the build of this deck is going to end up being weak to everything. But yeah, we're going to play the deck. We're going to see how it goes. And yeah, no big deal. Just kind of bad versus Nod and GDI. Okay, up against Big Dave, who is playing Jade. He has gone Rifle Opening. I'm pretty happy to just go Harvester here with Militant versus Militant Opening. Alright, interesting. So we're both double Militant Opening. I probably should have opened Wheels now that I think about it. Yeah. Although I don't know. I think if you have Wheels and Militants, you're supposed to open Wheels. Because transitioning into Wheels is not very powerful, but transitioning into Militants against lasers is. So yeah, I misplayed by opening Rifles. Anyway, we're gonna... Oh, he's gonna Catship. My anti-Catship, I guess, is Banshee or Bike. I would like to make Banshee, honestly. I don't have a lot of money. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna live the dream. I'm gonna go Banshee. Because, like, Bikes are fine, but... they don't really fight the Catship that well. I'm just gonna make a bunch of lasers now. I'm gonna regret my decision. Some more Rifles in here. If I can at least kill this Catship, I'll be happy. I didn't even kill the Catship, man, that sucks. Let's dodge the explosion. Get the Rifles over here. At least the Bikes can come in and finish it off. Another Catship, okay, get some more Bikes. Alright, nice. Should've just gone Bikes from the get-go. It was a mistake to go Banshee. I just felt like getting Banshee out, but yeah, that was bad. Also, Kane is gonna suck on this map. Yeah, you can't really hit that much. I guess Kane here hits a reasonable amount of stuff, but... not great. Not great. Anyway, he has Chem Warriors now. We're gonna have to go Catship against that. So he's Chem Warrior Catship combo. So you want to play air against that, really. Look how much dodging I just did. Oh, and there's the Phantom, which, as I was saying earlier, is going to be something our deck is incredibly weak to. We just don't, like... well, the only thing we have that can kill the Phantom is Bikes, which doesn't even kill it that quickly. So we're going to have to, like, throw a lot of Bikes at this Phantom to try and take it out. And it's pretty easy for him to defend it with, like, the Chem Catship combo. In fact, I don't even know... ah, man, this Phantom is an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Get these guys out of the way and get the Catship in here. And it's not like I can send Banshee in either, because Banshee also gets Shrek by Phantom. Ooh, there's a cloud there. I can get these Bikes. Nice. Alright, looks like we're entering the Bike spam phase of the game, which is what you do when you're Nod and you're not sure what to do. You just make a million Bikes. I guess we'll make a Kane Tower as well for lulz. Alright, we do win, but we won by just making a million Bikes. And our opponent needed to just go lasers. If he had like lasers and Phantom, it'd be super hard for us to win.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, now we're up against 4x. This time we're going to open Wheels. I think that's actually a lot stronger. See what he's up to. I guess he's got a half going to the natural spot. This is so bad, by the way. Like, I say this every time I do this event. And every time I play on this map. But on this map, you really, really, really want to put your Harvester down on this triple Tiberium spot. Because at some point in the game, this Tiberium runs out. And then your Harvester has to move like 5 tiles before it makes money again. And that's such a big loss. Like, it's so much money. It's less relevant if you're double harvester, because then you're probably just going to farm the map out of Tiberium anyway. And by the time your first harvester moves, you probably already are making 1,000,000 tech units, and it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, if you're one harvester, it's super important to get into the right spot. Anyway, he's gone for some missiles, and we're going to win the missile easily. So cool, good job team. Going to transition into the militants now to punish these missiles. I'm going to kill this one over here because I want the missile to be charging. And we're going to go harass the harvester some more. I suspect it's 105, so we're going to see a tech unit very soon. We don't have a shade. But actually, again, like, Wolverine is kind of a problem because all of our units are kind of like not heavy hitters. Like Banshee, all of our units are like these multi-role light boy units. The only thing we have as a heavy hitter is the cat ship, and that's not good against Wolverine. Oh, we have Kane. What am I talking about? Lol. We have Kane as our heavy hitter. Yeah, I'm being silly. That's my bad, guys. That's my bad. We do have a heavy hitter. It's Kane. Anyway, I should have caned that Wolverine. Ooh, nice iron cannon. Nice iron cannon. Big fan. And we win! We're the best. I don't know what this Talon was doing down here instead of being on the pad. But yeah. I think that iron cannon hit no units. Okay, wheel opening against Tamil. Definitely think the wheel opening is way better. Harvester, gonna move it again. It's just like, there's no reason to leave it up here. Like, it's the same distance. You get a little bit of, like, you get a little bit of value out of opponents rushing you, not knowing where your harvester is. And I think this is just a little bit easier to defend if it's down here. Like, up here it gets locked in by the base. Same thing happens down here, I guess. It just feels like it's mostly the fact that they go the wrong place looking for your harvester that makes it worth it. Very weird decision to change target from the bikes to the wheels there. Very strange. Anyway, we're gonna bikes and rifles for a bit. I want to get rid of this buggy. Buggy is causing me problems. Well, it looks like if we just block here, we should get the first missile. Alright, nice. Take out this buggy now. Ooh, Scorpion? We're probably going to have to go Banshee against the Scorpion. It's really our only anti-tank unit. Now again, if our opponent has like a stealth tank or a phantom, it really shuts us down because it stops the Banshee from being a relevant unit. And then we have nothing that can kill tanks. So we need this Banshee to be good, basically. Looks like the Banshee is pretty good in this matchup. Our opponent hasn't got anything that punishes the Banshee very hard. He has used Seth, but we'll just make a cat ship to deal with that. Alright, nice. Cat ship's doing a lot of work here. Just gonna cloud and kill this. Nice. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm not putting the cat ship on the lasers. Alright, there we go. And then we'll get the cat ship to charge up and take out these with the cloud as well. Nice. Actually gonna get the cat ship over to the left. We have enough for a cane tower now. I guess I'll put one down. We're pretty close to the end of the missile. I don't know if it's even going to hit anything, really. Alright, well. Cool. Kane didn't really do much, but this map is not the best Kane map. Doesn't even cover 2 whole pads. Like, it doesn't cover down this spot here. Okay, I'm gonna open wheels, see what Alma's doing. I'm gonna move the wheels down here, see if he moves his harvesters to the right spot. Guessing no. Don't actually want to go within 2 of his base because then he sees that it's wheels. Alright, he's gone barracks, so I'm gonna make another wheel. And it's scarabs. Well, I didn't see that one coming. Not sure what the scarabs are up to. Okay. I will trade my 10 cost wheels, sir. It looked like he was trying to set them up to guard a second harvester. I've got to say, if I lose to a guy with Scarabs. Who goes open Scarabs. It might be time to hang up my rivals. My rivals' clogs or whatever. Could go laser here, but I'm pretty sure we can just win the missile by putting the wheels on the pad. Yeah, that should just live long enough. Alright, it did. Just. Actually absorbed 4 bike shots and only lost 3 models. Because of that stupid bike bug. So it would have been fine. Now we're just going to end up in a bike mirror. We don't really have anything to transition into because, again, Banshee is just so cost inefficient. This is why you rarely see Banshee as a primary unit in a deck. Usually Banshee is played as a splash for when you just want an air unit in your deck. Kind of like how people play Talon. Like you just want a single air unit in your deck. A lot of the time you play Banshee. Because it just isn't that cost efficient against anything, but it is multi-role. And it does have flying. But yeah, I never really feel like I want to go Banshee with this deck. I think a lot of my experiences of Banshee, like my feelings towards Banshee have been tainted by the current metagame being so bad for Banshee. I guess we'll Obelisk these cyborgs. Not that it matters because the game's about to be over, but the Obelisk would have handled the cyborgs if the game had continued.
You are victorious.
That guy just did nothing. Like, he literally went like Scarabs, some bikes, and then just waited until he had Cyborg.
3, 2, 1. New objective.
Right, so we're gonna open wheels. And Harvester. D-Taz has actually put his Harvester in the wrong spot. I talk about it so much, but it makes such a big difference putting your Harvester there. Like, at some point in this game, Harvesters are going to move, and he's going to lose a ton of money when his has to move across the entire map. Okay, so this is kind of the reason to have wheels and militants in your deck. If your opponent opens, like, you make wheels, your opponent makes missiles or lasers, and then you get to go militants. And they're like a very cheap punish for the missiles. Ooh, snipers, okay. So we have catch-up in the deck, so snipers should not really be a big issue. Obviously, we'll have to make cheap units until we can afford them. What is this? It's a very aggressive boost right here. Not a big fan of this boost. And we'll just continue to fight until we get the cat ship. Right, once we get the cat ship, we're just going to go hard on these snipers. Just killing a couple of snipers is such a big deal. Or even just one sniper makes the squad so much weaker. Because now it goes from 2-shotting my rifle squads to 3-shotting them, which makes a massive difference. Yeah, like he's had to make another sniper because of it. I'll get a unit over here. Rhino sighting. The bite squadron to go up for the Rhino. Alright, so we get the first missile. We might lose our Harvester here, but that's not that big a deal, honestly. Like, I know that everyone thinks it is the win condition of Rivals, but actually, killing a Harvester does not win you the game instantly. We'll continue farming these, working on these pitbulls. Our deck is, like I said, I think I said this at the start of the video, our deck is very weak to pitbull. Like, we don't have any unit that is actually good versus pitbull. Like, we have lasers, but I'll show you now why lasers are not good versus pitbull. You see how he has pitbulls and my lasers cannot kill them? This is why lasers are not actually good against pitbull. Because you can just drive a pitbull away from lasers and lasers will never catch the pitbull. Like, even here, it's just impossible to catch them ever. So yeah, lasers not that good against pitbull, even though they should be. So yeah, my deck is super bad versus pitbull. Is the moral of the story. Now, Banshee will win 1v1, but it won't do a great job when there's multiple pitbulls. So our best way to win this game is just to lock out this top pad here. Which I think we're going to be able to do. Alright, sweet. So the main reason we win this game is just because Catship beats snipers by so much. Like, our deck is bad against pitbull, but it's insanely good versus snipers. And he has to go snipers to fight lasers. Okay. Was that 5? I think that was 5. Yep, there it is. 5-0. My account is apparently active on another device, which is obviously not true. So 5-0 with the militant laser wheel bike catship Banshee deck. really not a fan. I gotta say, not a fan of this deck. I think it is just kind of weak to Nod and GDI's current meta game. So yeah, I would, in terms of changing it, like, the problem is once you start changing a deck, it just ends up the same as all the other decks. Like, let's say I was to switch this Banshee for a Phantom.
And call me in the morning.
Alright, so now my deck only has bikes and lasers that can fight enemy vehicles, which doesn't work. So now you have to play an anti-vehicle unit. You can't cut the bikes because you need the light anti-air. Like, if you cut the bikes and do this, then your deck is now weak to Talons, like incredibly weak to Talons. So you're like, okay, well, I need the bikes back in. So what can I cut? And the answer is going to be one of these 3 anti-infantry units. So then, like, do I cut the cat ship or the wheel or the militant? And if you cut the cat ship, now your deck can't beat heavy infantry because both of these don't hit hard enough. Like, you kind of need something heavier hitting, so you can't really cut the cat ship, which means it has to be the militants or the wheels. If you cut the militants, now your deck doesn't really beat laser spam because you don't want to have to go wheels into cat ship against laser spam. Like, laser spam, you're like a slingshot with lasers in front. You can never win anymore. So it means you have to cut the wheels. And then you're just looking at, like, a standard deck. Like, this is literally this deck, right? It's basically the same deck. So, yeah. This is why meta decks always end up looking the same. Because as you address each weakness, there's actually only a small number of combinations of units you can play that fill the same roles and give your deck the ability to beat everything. Which is why all the meta decks end up looking... There's only, like, so many meta decks actually work. And then there's, like, a bunch of garbage decks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you next time.